If you're that person who's living off protein bars, you're having them on the go, you think that it's helping your weight loss journey, and you think it's a good option, I'm about to show you why you maybe should rethink that in the next 10 minutes. Because today we're gonna get rid of the protein bars, and I'm gonna introduce you to my 3 homemade protein bars that are a fraction of the price, way better calorie to protein ratio, they take less than half an hour to make, and TMI is gonna make your gut feel a lot better. Now you're probably confused and thinking, Bethany, protein bars? I thought protein bars were good for fat loss. And they are, they have a place. But when you're eating them every single day, not only are you wasting 3-4 pounds a bar, it's got a load of unnecessary ingredients, which, let's be honest, makes our gut feel awful. And most of the time, the calorie to protein ratio is shit, which means you're not actually eating as much protein as what you think you are. Let me explain. My rule of thumb is if it's got around about 10 grams of protein per 100 calories, you're on the dot with a good calorie to protein ratio. But for example, this protein bar has only 7 grams of protein per 200 calories. Per 100 calories, it has 4 grams of protein. It actually has more carbs and fat than protein. I'm not even sure how it's claiming to be a protein bar. It's just marketing shit. The only good thing about a protein bar, let's be honest, is when you're at the gym or you're in the car, you're absolutely starving and you found an old dusty crusty one at the bottom of the bag. So you get it out and eat it, but let's be honest, they taste like shit. There's not only 1, not only 2, but 3 different types of homemade protein bars. All 3 of my protein bar recipe have a really good calorie to protein ratio. They're all under 60 pence each to make, and they actually taste good. We've got my egg bar, my chocolate brownie bar, and I'm not really sure if you can class this as a bar, but my chicken patty bar. Every single one of these recipes have been optimized for fat loss. So not actually do they taste good, every single ingredient has been optimized to keep your hunger levels lower, so you actually don't overeat and keep you satiated for hours. So let's get into it. The first protein bar alternative we're going to make is what I like to call my egg bars. It's exactly what you see in the words. It's a protein bar, but it's egg. Our main protein source for the egg bars is going to be a mixture of egg whites, eggs, and some chicken sausages. First of all, egg whites, we're going to add 200 grams. Egg whites are great, not only from a fat loss standpoint, but from a protein standpoint as well. Per 100 grams, it's got 22 grams of protein, which is just incredible. It's basically pure protein, no fat, no carbs, so you get more bang for your buck with this. However, I don't want any of you being afraid of normal eggs as well, the yolk in particular. This contains fats. When it comes to having fats, I know a lot of people, especially if you grew up in the 1900s, not the 1900s, especially if you grew up in like the 90s, fat was just to be seen as this horrible thing that made you gain fat. That is far from the truth. Fats are so important for the absorption of like key vitamins in your body. It's really, really good for satiety, so keeping your hunger levels really, really down, but also for female health as well. You need fats for just general function of the body. Fats do not make you fat. Please remember that. It's overall calorie consumption being the calorie surplus that makes you gain fat. So that's the base of our egg bars. Then we need to spice it up a little bit because let's be honest, eggs without any spices is not going to taste the best. We've got some paprika here. You can just jazz this up however you like. You all know me now if you are a fellow YouTube subscriber. I stick with paprika, mixed herb, and a good old bit of salt and pepper. It works, it tastes really good, and I've always got them in the cupboard. But if you like to add other bits to yours, feel free. Give that a good whisk up. Then you're going to grab a tray. If you don't have a funky tray like this, then you can just use any old baking tray. This one's quite cool because it already splits it up into bars for us. First of all, so they don't stick, we're going to go in with some oil spray on 6 of these bars. If you're trying to lose fat, I would always recommend you get a spray dispenser because these are so good at limiting the amount of oil that we actually do use. If you had a pourry bottle, you would probably put in 3-4 times the amount of oil in, which is going to stack up the calories. Oil is one of those things that has a lot of calories for very little volume, which it's so easy to rack it up. And that could literally be the difference between you losing fat and not. Big tip. Use a spray bottle. Now when we dispense them into each bar, because we are doing it in bars and we're not doing it in one whole tray, we want to get it accurate for our calorie tracking. You want to take the total contents of what you got in the jug and divide it by 6 because we're making 6 bars. Total contents was 388, divided by 6 is around about 64 grams per bar. This is not like detrimental that you do this, but if you are tracking your calories, you just want to make everyone as accurate as possible. You don't want one that's going to be like 50 to 100 calories more than the other one. We want to approximately put about 65 grams of the egg mixture into each one. Next we're going to add is even more protein. Now the cool thing about this recipe is you can customize it however you want. If you don't like chicken sausages, you could have beef. If you don't like like meat at all, you could put some cheese in there. Whatever your dietary requirement is, you customize it exactly the way that you like it. I'm just going to go in with some good old chicken sausage. The heck ones in particular are amazing. They are only 37 calories each with 5.5 grams of protein each as well, which is absolutely insane. Remember how I talked about the calorie to protein ratio? So per 37 calories is 5 grams of protein, which means we only need about 60-70 calories to get 10 grams of protein from a chicken sausage. Since we're going with 6, we're going to go 1 in each one. And then last but not least, we're going to add some veggies in there. 1, because it's going to bulk up our bars a little bit more. But 2, we're adults and we need to get our vitamins in. First of all, red pepper. Obviously, it's one of my favorite vegetables. It has a lot of vitamin C in. It is super duper duper low calorie, so it's pretty much going to add absolutely nothing to the calorie totals of these bars, but it is going to add flavor and it is going to add a little bit more volume. Don't bother weighing this out, just chuck a couple of bits in each one. Again, if you don't like peppers, if you don't like spinach, you just put in whatever you like. This is the beauty of this recipe. You can literally customize it and have different ones every single week. We have spinach. Whenever I'm losing a fat, I'll go through a shit ton of spinach every single week. It is, again, so low in calories, adds so much volume, but it's got a lot of magnesium in there, a lot of iron, especially for us girls around our periods. We do lack in those two things. When you're losing fat, it's just good to have these particular things as optimized as possible, because if not, it can make us feel a little bit more tired. Obviously, losing fat on top of that, we are putting ourselves in a calorie deficit. That's naturally going to make us more tired. It's just important that you're actually fueling yourself with foods that's not going to impact you more than what the calorie deficit is going to impact you anyway. We're going to just stick a bit of that in there. Make sure this is like stuffed down into the bar though, because otherwise it will crisp up in the oven. And that is our egg bars done. These just need to go in the oven now for about 30 to 40 minutes on 180 degrees and they will come out beautiful. And by the way, if you absolutely love my recipes and you're sick of just watching them on a YouTube video, I have got 3 recipe books. You have got hundreds of recipes. I sat down and spent so long testing these recipes to make sure that they were tailored for fat loss and to keep your satiety and hunger down. They are quick, they are easy, they're using household ingredients that you already got in. You're not going to have to go and buy some wacky ingredient that you've never heard of. I've designed it in a way so that it covers every single thing that you need. You've got the recipe, you've got the calories, protein, carbs, fat, and fiber. We've got the prep time, the cook time, how many it makes. We've also got a tutorial video, so every single recipe I have made a personalized video. Whatever recipe you're using, as long as you're using the same ingredients that I've listed on there, you go on the barcode, scan it on MyFitnessPal, and boom, it comes up the exact calories, macros, everything, and then all you need to do is track it. Not only that, if you're on a bit of a budget as well, we've got the price per recipe on every single one. And I did this from UK Tesco. In the recipe ebook, I've got a full 12-week fat loss plan that you can download. It's a personalized sheet where you can track your meals weekly, you can track your body weight. It'll tell you whether you're making progress or not making progress. It's not just a recipe ebook, it's a full A to Z guide for you to use to lose your next 7 to 10 kilos. Now, if you do want that, the link is down below. You can get 15% off in the bundle deal. Go and knock yourself out, go and grab yourself one. Let's get back to the video. Next up, we're making my famous protein baked oats. These have been all over the internet. These are one of my most viral recipes, but I'm going to show you how to make it today so you can have it as a protein bar. First off, we're going to start off with our banana. Bananas are great to use in recipes when we want to lower the calories because it gives us that natural sweetness, it gives us a little bit of carbs, and it gives us that like fudgy texture that we like in our brownies. Obviously, we're not getting it from the butter and the sugar. We're getting it from our good old banana. So that's going to be 1 banana straight into the dish. And by the way, on this recipe, we are using the same dish throughout the whole entire thing. We're going to be mixing it, cooking it, storing it in the same glass dish. So make sure you use something that can actually go in the oven. I had a really nice ripe banana, but if you have a green banana and you won't be able to mash it, really good tip is to just stick it in the oven for like 5 minutes and it'll come out black, but it'll be ready for you to mash straight into the recipe. Next ingredient we're going to use is oats. Now this is going to be the base of our bar. Oats give us that slow release of energy and carbs, unlike other things that have got high sugar. That'll give us a really big spike and then a drop, whereas oats give us a nice steady release in carbs. So when you eat this protein bar, you're not going to get a huge spike and crash and then be hungry straight again. It's going to give you a nice even flow of energy throughout the day so that it's actually going to keep us fuller for longer and keep our cravings low. We're going to need 80 grams of oats altogether. Let's say if you're going to have the same amount of carbs but from some fizzy sweets, for example, it's not even going to fill our stomachs. It's going to just give us an instant hit of energy, but then you're going to be hungry immediately after because it's not going to give us a slow release in energy. Oats are great. great for that. Next up, we've got our protein powder. Now, I know we're trying to come away from protein bars here and we're using a protein powder. Protein powders are not bad. We can customize it. So if you are vegan, if you don't like eating dairy, for example, I don't like eating dairy, that's why I use the Free Soul vegan protein powder. Obviously, protein, as you know from this video, it gives us that satiating feeling in our stomachs, not just for hunger levels, but we need it for our muscle, to maintain our muscle mass, to help us grow our muscles, to help us repair our muscles. Really, really important for everyday life. Every single person should be hitting their protein goal, no matter if you're grandma, granddad, dog, cat, you hit your protein goal. Then we've got some bacon powder, 10 grams of honey, and because we want these protein bars extra chocolatey, we're going to add in 20 grams of cocoa powder as well. Give that a good mix together. Then we're going to go in with milk. I'm using almond milk today. Now, if you are trying to lose fat and you're using any sort of milk, I would always stick to something like almond. If you do want dairy, have something like skimmed, because at the end of the day, we're not going to taste the creaminess of the milk in this recipe. We want to keep the calories lower. Now, per 100 ml of almond milk, it's 26 calories. Per 100 ml of semi-skim milk, I'm pretty sure it's around about 50 calories. So before we even start, we are halving the calories in the milk that we're using. And I know it might not sound much. I know you're like, Bethany, it's 100 calories across 6 protein bars. Like, it's not even that much. If you make these swaps across your entire diet, you're going to be able to eat so much more food for such little calories. And it might just be the difference of you eating the exact same meals, but just making these swaps. Boom, you're losing fat without having to make a change. It does work and it does make a huge, huge difference. Got all the ingredients in there. We just need to give it some good elbow grease, get it all mixed around. Depending on what protein powder you are using, you might need to use a little bit less or a little bit more milk. Vegan protein powders, which is what I am using, tend to be thicker. If you are using a whey protein powder, you might just have to test around with your protein powder to see how much liquid you need. And last but not least, we're going to need to layer the chocolate chips on, because a brownie ain't a brownie without chocolate chips, let's be honest. So we're just going to put 30 grams on the top there. And that's ready now to go in the oven for about 40 minutes on 180 degrees. Last but not least, one of my favorites is my chicken patties. Now, these are not a bar. They are way better. They are going to fill you up. They're going to make you satisfied. They taste unbelievable, and it's like literally a handful of ingredients. First of all, we've got our chicken mince. This is the 5% chicken mince, which is the lowest amount of fat. We're going to simply get a weighing scale. This is a really important step to weigh everything that we put in this bowl out, because at the end, we're going to have to divide it all and pop all your chicken mince in there. Make sure you take the little paper out. I've left that in before. It wasn't a good experience. Second ingredient is a shallot. I use shallots a lot in my recipes rather than onion. I find that it doesn't affect my stomach as much. Not sure why. Maybe an expert in the comments could let me know. But the thing with shallots as well, it does pick up the flavor, I think, a lot more than onions, especially when we're losing fat. We don't want to try and get our flavor from things like oils and things with calories. So using something like shallot is going to be really helpful with that. You want to cut this up really, really finely so I don't have massive chunks of it in the patties. All of that is going to go straight into the bowl. As I said before, we need to be layering up the flavors here. Otherwise, as you all know, chicken mince on its own, it's not going to taste the best. First of all, garlic. Get a good healthy spoonful straight in there. If you do like a bit of spice as well, whack a big chunk of chili in there. We're going to go in with the usuals: paprika, mixed herb, get it all in there, and a lot of salt and pepper. Do you know how I mentioned before we need to take note of what the weighing scale says? Mine says 560. Yours will probably say similar. But we need to take mental note of that, because that's the total amount that we've got in there. Then we're going to divide it by how many patties we make. But before we do that, we have to do the disgusting part of getting our hands all in there and mashing it all up. Don't be afraid, just do it. Your hands do a way better job than a spoon, and it just gets the job done a lot easier. And that is basically this recipe done. We've got like 2 more steps and then we're done. Again, we're using our spray oil, not pourry. Remember, we want to make the most of our calories. So a quick spray, 1 second, boom, done. Like I said, we've got our total here, 560-ish. We want to make 10 patties out of this. So what do we do there? We divide by 10. So that's about 500, no, why can't I do that math? That's 56. That's bad, right? Okay, 56 grams per patty then. Cool trick, you just press your scales to 0, and then whatever you take out will be in the minus. So we just want to take out 50-ish grams every single time. Once you've done that, roll it up in a nice bowl. Simple as that. Bob's your uncle, fine as your aunt. Whack it on there. And then we rinse and repeat until we get 10 bowls in total. Then we're simply going to take it over to the hob, flatten each patty down, 5 to 7 minutes per side, and then it is done. And that is all my bars complete. We've got the egg bar, which is 96 calories and 13 grams of protein each, and comes in at 50 pence per portion. We've got the brownie protein bars, which is 145 calories each, 10 grams of protein, and comes in at 40p per serving. Then we've got the chicken patties, which are the best ones, 60 calories and 10 grams of protein each. These come in at 30p per serving. Compared to the protein bar that you find in the shop, this is £3 per serving, 200 calories and 7 grams of protein. I think we'll see them later. And I know you've all been waiting patiently for this part. Let's go in and taste them. Wow. That tastes amazing. It's meaty, it's salty, it tastes good cold. I think that is one of my favourites. Then we've got our patty. It's just like eating a chicken burger. Chicken nugget. It's so good. And then last but not least, my absolute favourite, the Brownie Bar. It literally just tastes like a brownie. A straight up brownie. It's got 10 grams of protein each. Wow, wow, wow. And if you're still watching the video at this point, I want you to go down in the comment section below and let me know if you are an avid protein bar eater. And if so, what protein bars you would like me to work with next. Do you like savory? Do you like sweet? What flavors do you like? Because trust me, I've got way more ideas. And if this one's a hit, I'll be bringing way more videos like this one. So we can stop spending a mortgage on protein bars, taste like shit, and do nothing for us. So let me know below. I'm gonna go and eat all of these to myself, and I'll see you on the next video.